Okay, I'm gonna make a red raspberry habanero jam today. And the ingredients I need are, I got 8 cups of raspberries, between 8 and 9 if you can use whatever. I just happen to have a little over 8. I'm using 3 habaneros, 3 tablespoons of lemon juice, a box of sugar gel, and 6 cups of sugar. And I'll combine the raspberries, the lemon juice, the habaneros, and the sugar gel into my pot, and then I'll bring that to a boil, and then we'll once that comes to a boil, we'll add the sugar and bring it to a boil again. So I'll get these habaneros cut up first. I'll probably remove most of the seeds in my jam because I really don't care for seeds in it in my jams and jellies. I mean, 1 or 2 isn't so bad, but I don't want anybody biting down and getting a habanero seed in their jam, so I usually remove the seeds when I do jams. Like when we just did the salsa, I left the seeds in for the most part, but and I dice these up fairly small so they really cook down. I just push it down into a flat and then slice it up, and then I'll go back and dice it the other direction. It seems like if you get it diced a little smaller, it distributes that flavor out a little more in the jam. So okay, we're going to add the habaneros in now with the raspberries and my package of sugar gel, pectin. You can use any brand you've got. I just happen to have sugar gel. And then we'll stir this up and get it on the stove and bring it to a boil. And then we'll add the sugar. Okay, I got everything in the pot here except for the sugar, and I'm just bringing it to a boil, stirring it around. Right now at this point you don't have to stir it constantly, you just gotta make sure it don't burn, but yeah, just stir it occasionally, bring it to a boil. It don't need to be a hard boil on this first time, and then when we add the sugar you got to bring it to a hard boil, and then you'll have to boil it like that for like 3 or 4 minutes, and then we can start jarring it up. Okay, I got it up to a boil for the first time, and now I'm going to add my 6 cups of sugar and stir it in, and I'm going to bring this up to a good strong boil. And once it comes to a boil where I can't stir it down, I'll boil it for 3 minutes, and then it'll be ready to jar up. Okay, I got the sugar added in, and at this point you pretty much got to stir it constantly because you don't want the sugars to burn. And I'll just keep stirring it until it comes to a real hard boil where I can't stir it down while it's boiling. And then, like I say, I'll just boil it for 3 minutes, and then we'll be ready to jar it up. Okay, it's just about ready to come to a boil. And then, like I say, once it comes to that roll and boil for 3 more minutes, we'll just stand here and stir it. And yes, it's hot in here. The air conditioner's running wide open. Okay, it's been boiling for like 3 or 4 minutes at a hard boil. I'm just scraping some of the foam off. This isn't mandatory. Some people just don't like the looks of the foam, so I'll scrape a little bit of it off. And then we're ready to start jarring it up. And there again, this is very, very hot, so be very careful. At this point, it's about like lava. I got the rings and lids on, and now I'm just going to put them in my water bath. Make sure the lids are covered, and they just need to be finger tight, not super tight. And the jars are pretty hot, so be careful with the jars. Okay, I got them in the water bath. I'll leave them in there for 15 minutes or so, and then we'll be done with the jelly. Okay, we're getting the jam out of the water bath. It looks really good in the jars. But yeah, that's it. That's the raspberry pepper jam. So yeah, I got 4 pints out of that. So we'll have Tristan give it a taste test here. He's the guinea pig, so we'll let him give it a taste test.